280. Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming in.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, they'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. 11 yards there, first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 42 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
To throw is Stafford. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Monday.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Goff on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Hey, I-7.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Devon Kennard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is gone. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Goff now looks to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker and run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 33 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Goff now looking to throw. Big hold to the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
218, chop.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Christian Jones came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's get off the field.
Here's Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check it back.
Hey, kill.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. The 39-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go! 80 weapons. Give me that ball. Hey, Shell. Give me that ball, defense.
Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
Hey, 5.
From the gun, here's Goff. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devon Kennard, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Agnew now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
59. 22. 54.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got Anderson right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
280. 21.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hey, box truck.
3rd and 6.
Our time. It's our time. Mike spot forward. Push him back.
Middle.
Mike 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
40 got.
58 to Mike.
Five.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. 58.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Easy.
58, right over there.
Here's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Lions 14, Rams 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Move 60.
Yeah, let's get set. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Come on, Mahar. Ready, move. Hey, 50. Check.
Play action. Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Alert. Stay 50, stay 50. Straight on travel. Hey, zoom.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones there to make the grab, and the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. From the gun on third down. Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
2 for 66. Hey, Delta.
Now it's gone. Higbee secures it over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood.
Get him.
Now gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Hey, watch the slant. Check. Shoot.
On second down, Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Slam.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.